just to talk to you.
Exactly. What a treat.
You're happy we made it, right?
Yeah, I'm pumped.
You guys have, this is your, I think, your 8th day in a row on the ice, and tomorrow will be 9. That's a long stretch in this month in today's NHL. Do you feel it, or does it matter?
I don't necessarily feel it. I like getting active every day and getting out there, and I feel sometimes if you sit around all day and you don't do anything, you feel worse the next day. You obviously need your rest, but I like getting out there and moving your feet.
Also nice to get to see this building for the first time before you're playing it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful building. Ice was great too, so should be fun tomorrow.
How would you assess Jake's play since coming back? You went through a long layoff, had to come back and kind of find your groove. What's that been like since Jake's been back?
Yeah, Jake has been really good. It's been really easy to play with. We're not seeing the results statistically right now, or we haven't in the last 2 games. But I feel like we have a good process, and I think that he's been playing great.
Do you mean statistically, like underlying numbers, like in terms of possession, or?
No, I would assume that we have good possession numbers. I guess I don't really know, but I don't feel like we're playing a lot of D zone. We're playing a lot of O zone, getting a lot of scoring chances. But in terms of plus minus, I made a mistake on the first shift last game, and we get scored on, and that's the difference. So that's unfortunate. But like I said, I like our process a lot, and as hard as it is to not be result oriented, you kind of have to be, and you have to be more process oriented.
What would you say when you had that little stretch where you weren't in the lineup and then you came back? What was like the main clicking point that this part of my game comes back?
Yeah, I think it's just as you get more comfortable and you start playing better, and you kind of remember the things that you do that make you effective. And it could be a small thing like getting a stick on a puck before a guy dumps it in, so you don't have to spend your shift in the D zone, or things like that. Small things that make a big difference, and you kind of have to focus in on those.
The other day, Sheldon was being asked why you guys are so low in the league in terms of block shots, and his response was, that's because you have the puck more than the other team, and you thrive on averting shots, or having them not take a shot and try to look for better play. Do you see it the same way?
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a big factor. Yeah, if you're blocking a lot of shots, that means you're spending a lot of time in your zone, and the team's getting a lot of shot attempts. So ideally, you don't have any shot attempts against. Obviously, that's not realistic, but the less, the better.
How difficult is it, or maybe easy? I don't know if that's the right word, when you do have a couple of games, but all the offensive numbers, all the possession numbers are all in your way, but it's just a hot goaltender on the other end. Does that reinforce like keep doing what you're doing, or are there still kind of minor things that you can find within the weeds that you can still kind of correct?
I think it's a little bit of both. You got to stick to it, but then there's things that you can always do better. And we as a team gave up too many grade A scoring chances last night, where we dominated the game, but still they have, a handful of shots, but they're all very good chances. So as a team, we need to do a better job of keeping our structure, especially when we're pouring it on and we're feeling good and everything like that, because things happen fast and they change quickly.
Is that the other team scouting and kind of applying more pressure on the end, that's forcing a quicker decision that's leading to kind of?
Yeah, I think it's possible. I think in Vancouver's case, they blow out of the zone so hard, so sometimes they leave the zone too early and then we still have the puck, but sometimes also it works in their favor and they chip it out or whatever and they get a 2-on-1. So again, that's kind of how they play, but it's more our structure should be in place to deny that.
Okay, and the last one from me, what were some of the subtle differences you noticed skating with someone like Jake versus when you were skating with someone like Rasmus?
Yeah, they're both great players in different ways. Muzz is very physical and very good with the puck, talks well, and he's a really good defensive partner in that sense. Ras is more of a kind of a skater on the breakouts, like he'll escape and make a good play, and he's obviously very offensive minded. Not that Jake isn't, because he had a lot of good chances last night too. But he's more of a guy that maybe you defend in a different way as opposed to being physical. He's better with his stick and feet and stuff like that, and that's how he's effective.
And that's a subtle change that I guess you have to make as a D partner, right?
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
aware of that, you change your responsibilities.
Yeah, you read off them, and like I said, they're both really, really good hockey players, so you can't lose.
Thank you.
Yeah.